LASC's been going for 30 years next year, and it's really grown from the idea of its founder, Irene Hogg, who's an amazing person. And now we have after-school clubs, nurseries, we have services particularly for children with additional support needs, and also young adults with additional needs and disabilities. We employ over 100 people, we support 700 families, and we really work hard with the community to make it a place that people feel safe, they feel secure, but also it brings joy.
So I play in the gym hall and it's really fun there because we get to do lots of running and stuff, so it gets me exercise before school.
Fun. You get a lot of fun here. There's also lots of options, especially in my service and young adult service. Like, we're always out doing lots of activities that's picked by them. So it's more person-centred across the whole board.
It's a fundamental part of people's lives. It's quite a hard thing to get kids into as childcare because the wait lists are so long. So I feel like LASC plays a big part in that, and it's also not as expensive as some of the ones, especially like in Edinburgh and stuff like that.
I would describe LASC and the YAS service as a big lifeline for us. The staff are fantastic. They bend over backwards for my son. They do for all of the young adults, and they make them feel safe.
Tosia feels very comfortable in the setting in the nursery, which I think is really a testimony of what the nursery does for the children.
I like that they have lots of toys and they do a lot of fun stuff.
They support them in that way, in the way that they're caring, nurturing, but also the facilities are really great. My little boy doesn't ever want to go home when I come to pick him up. And I think part of that is to do with like the provision itself, in the sense that he gets to go in the soft play, which is just for him an absolute thrill. He can go to play football if he'd like to, because they've got free flow access out to play football, and then they can also play in a play park. And I've not heard of any other after school provision that has got even half the facilities of that, on top of like the lovely care that they get and the really, really supportive staff.
They include children in so many different activities, not only within the setting, but they go outside to the community. So I know the other day Tosia and other children, they went to the care home, which I thought it was absolutely amazing to to expose the children to other people, to elderly people, to include them in the communities.
My favourite part is Joanne playing. I'm Joanne.
If LASC Childcare services didn't exist, there would be a gaping hole in this community. It would affect the development of the community in terms of its young people. We also work very closely with partners and provide support and care, whether that be through unemployment projects to bring people into the workforce. And we really do develop young people from the local area to give them opportunities.
The nursery provision and the after-school provision is just absolutely vital. I'm a primary school teacher. Without LASC, I'd have to quit my job.
Certainly, speaking for myself, I couldn't cope if the service hadn't been provided for my son. So yeah, it's been a blessing for us. Absolute blessing.
I think what makes this childcare special and magical is them being a part of the family.
I would probably rate it a 10 out of 8.